And we're live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. This is Darkness in Dublin, Chakravanti edition. Today's scene will be taking place in the Chakravanti Chantry, where Michael is just getting up and getting coffee and things made for anyone else that shows up at the Chantry. The wards are still intact, the building hasn't fallen, and it's looking like a good day. And I'll let Marcus you intro first. Marcus, you muted?
He may have dropped.
I think you may. So we'll go with Tim.
Yep.
You may introduce yourself.
Sam comes on out into the public living space of the chantry. She's already done her morning prayers for the day. You know what? Fuck it. She has a stuffed bunny on her. Like she's just carrying it with her. Michael can see now that Sam does not have any makeup on, the scar is very, very noticeable at this point. It's a very thin scar, but it's a very gnarly one, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me.
Yep, alrighty. She looks like she didn't get a lot of sleep. There are definite bags under her eyes. She looks to Michael and says, it also stands to mention, Sam does have a slight accent to her when she talks, but she'll say, "Good morning, Michael."
Very much is a good morning, he says as he is, looks like he's been cleaning this bone knife of his, and he's got a, what looks like he's been sewing together some kind of like cloth with purple and adding like gold tassels to it. Didn't sleep well, did you? Don't mean to say anything, but you don't look like you did.
I generally don't sleep well. I'm used to it, though.
Yeah, ever since I died, that's been the same way for me.
Yeah. I didn't know that you went through the same.
Oh yeah, I've been dead for 15 days now.
Jackie walks in. How y'all doing?
Doing fine, Jackie. How about you?
It's called a dick shot.
It's called a what? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Addiction. What happened to you?
You mind explaining that a little bit more? I got the general gist of it. Someone, near kills you, but I actually died.
Same thing. It's what we do.
I live, I die, I live again type thing.
You got to die to learn to appreciate what it is you got on this side and what other folks got coming to them. So when you off somebody, you know good and hell well what you're sending them
to. Don't know about you, Sam, but I'm sending them to a rather mean, robed figure that's got a nasty mouth on him.
Well then, make you think twice about sending somebody that way, don't it?
Yeah, the idea of killing someone just to kill them isn't. That's not on the radar.
Good. Means your master won't show up and kill you.
So you don't mind me asking, how long you been dead?
What the hell are you talking about?
It's how I was told. Some people measure how long they've been in Thanatos.
Well, whatever fool ass told you that wasn't none of mine. I ain't never heard no shit like that before.
I've heard it a couple of times. I don't subscribe to it myself, but it's been around 7 or 8 months.
What was
There's
your
different groups.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's different groups inside of things. I mean, I don't know how y'all do things or who y'all subscribe to, but things is different betwixt us all. But we all euthanatos. We all understand the will and all that.
It's kind of hard not to believe and not to see after the things that we can see and do, even.
Reckon so. What y'all's take? What y'all want to do? We talking about philosophical things, or we talking about real life things?
I'm going with a mixture of both today. I'm feeling philosophical, but I need to be grounded on this world too. So, if you don't mind me asking, did any of y'all have a come to God moment, or gods, or spirits after you died?
I believe I met Kali.
Marcus, what's your character's name? I keep forgetting. Frankie?
Jackie.
Jackie. How about you, Jackie? You have a come to God moment, or gods, or whatever?
Not one you might have heard of or nothing, but the lady, Morgan, yep. Reckon she and me had a bit of a confab on the other side.
I've heard of Morgan. I'm from around here. I know my history.
I was mostly raised here, so I know of the Morgan, at least in passing.
My family's druids. Have you ever heard of druids?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Yeah, we're druids. Probably ain't never heard of us. From way back, we used to sacrifice kings and shit.
That's a new thing. I've never heard druids doing that before.
He's a special kind of druid. It's always been like that. Someone got to die so somebody else can live. We was real good at it. We was real good at it until the Christian showed up.
Yeah, that kind of did mess up the entire workings of this island, didn't it?
I'm not from over here, you understand. I'm from. I hope you can tell that from my accent.
I thought you were from somewhere in America, but you know, born and raised here. So
Sure as hell ain't local.
that you aren't. So, what do you think we actually spoke to? Because I saw Sharon, she saw Kali, and you saw the Morrigan. We all saw something different. Is that the way all the time, or is that how we end up grouped, or why
way
those
I was
particular?
way I was told is death looked like what you want it to. It's death. You just put whatever face on it needs to. However, I believe that the Morgan is the goddess of death and war and a bunch of other shit. Who it was that I saw, and that's who I believe I saw. But really don't matter what I believe I saw. It matters how you took it. Death doesn't talk to you. It doesn't touch you on the shoulder. It told you something. It's up to you what you do with it.
Death was a right asshole.
Maybe death's a reflection of you. Maybe you're a right asshole and you don't know it.
I could be.
Or she or he, whichever, simply acted in such a way to push you to where you needed to be.
I'll agree that it lit a fire under my ass, something fierce, but not sure where it's pushing me to go at this point.
Well,
Gotta talk
really,
to the Baron more before I can understand that.
Well, we have our Dharma and our purpose is clear. How we go about it, that's the difficult part.
like that little Muppet said, do or do not. There is no try.
Here's something that has been kind of eating on my mind. So we have the Chanda, which is our principals. Why is it that you have to have compassion for some of these people that we're going to be killing? Some of these people are going to be really, really fucked up people,
And
like
about
Smiling Jack.
and about them, it's about you.
She points. If you let that lack of compassion take over you, if you lose that, and you revel in it, you, in a way, become like them. And it becomes less about why you are here and more about just what you're doing.
I mean,
That
I
lies
can't.
down, that lies down the dark path. If you go down that path lies death. And that face that death will wear will be one of us. I guarantee it. You start losing compassion, I swear to God, I'll tear your head off myself.
But why show compassion to Smiling Jack? He's killed a lot of people in very vicious and bad ways. Why?
That's his path. What he want to do, and he'll get what's coming to him.
I'm going to take a moment and clarify something, though.
I love this part.
If you feel compassion for somebody, doesn't mean that you don't feel an anger towards them. We are here because we are all outraged by what we've seen, by the things that have happened to us. It's impossible to not feel a sense of negativity towards the people that we go after. We may be following a dharma, but we're still human. It's another reason why we feel that, why we emphasize empathizing, feeling compassion towards those that we grant the good death.
That's why self-control is part of the gig too.
She nods.
It just seems all strange, because you gotta kill this person, but it's nothing personal, just business.
Oh, it's always personal. It ain't never just business.
I know that when I meet Smiling Jack again, that's going to be very personal. That's not going to be business.
But you're harboring really dark emotions, and you're going to give in to them, Sam. That doesn't seem like advancing spiritually, but taking a step backwards.
What do you mean advancing spiritually? You're where your spirit is. You're either dead or you're alive. That's it. There ain't no middle ground. And you got a job to do once you become one of us.
But we have the Sahada, though. That is the actual belief that it's necessary for us to spiritually advance, for us to get better each go around on this wheel.
And that's up to you. That's up to the next man. They're building on it. You're creating a foundation for the next cat to build on. So do your best. When you get taken out, they'll pick up the load and walk on.
I can see that. It just, as much as I want to kill the person that killed me, I don't want that mark on my soul.
The person that killed me was my uncle.
Like, was it an accident or in rage, or was it?
No, it was on purpose. He killed me so that I could go experience it. I was dead for, ain't no damn clock on it. I was dead. I was over there. You were dead. You were over there. We all died.
Yeah, but Thanatos didn't lead me through this. That's not who killed me.
Doesn't matter. It's the same principle. The person who killed you is the one that set you on your path, ironically. Because you wouldn't have been no Thanatos if you ain't never died. They did you a favor. It's done. You know what it's like. You know what it's like to kill in rage. You know what it's like to be just left there. You know what it's like to be bleeding. You're going to do the same thing to somebody else one day. That's why you make the kills clean and you make them mean something. They don't got to suffer. They just got to die.
That's why I don't want to meet that person, because I will not make that clean. It'll be too personal.
won't like what happens afterwards if it goes that way, son. I'll tell you that real quick.
Oh, hey, we just got a maid. Maybe we should take this out of the chantry.
Maybe we should. Let's go get some coffee, gentlemen. Diddly diddly doo.
Yeah, Sam will say, fuck yes, let me go and change.
Ooh, let me get him a good flannel.
Oh.
So the three youths at Atos, after everyone gets cleaned up and everything, head to the local coffee shop, which is devoid of people for some reason.
Maeve will be there, just kind of in a corner, with a very, very large textbook open up in front of her as she's drinking her coffee.
Where's that cat at, though?
The cat, his bitch ass is at home.
I mean, I don't know. How many points is that flaw?
Look, the ST ain't here to play the cat. It's at home. Fucking cat can stay at home. I'm gonna break his goddamn neck. If I could.
Damn.
But yeah, she'll just be like sitting there, drinking coffee and reading a textbook. There are some really loud birds outside.
Sitting on ambiance.
Mm-hmm.
So, as he walks in, isn't that one of the other mages of the city? Can't remember. Sam, do we know her? As he kind of like points towards the corner.
Yes, she is the woman that had the cat.
Oh yeah, that's right, the cat. Yeah.
He was Maeve. Or Maeve.
Guess we should go over, say hi, and see how she's holding up.
Reckon so?
So, Michael's gonna order coffee and go sit down at the same table as Maeve. How you doing, Maeve?
She'll lift a finger up, finish reading her page, and then shut the book before looking up and saying, "I'm fine. Yourself?"
I'm doing all right. You remember Sam and Jackie, I believe.
Same way.
I have not met this Jackie. No.
How do, ma'am?
Well, yourself, as she waves back to Sam.
Oh. She's going to hell in a handbasket, but I got coffee.
Well, I wouldn't say the world is going to hell in a handbasket, but to each their own, right?
Yep. Something like that. Jackie, he sits down at the table, but like he kind of sits to where the chair, he spins it around, and he's like looking at the door and paying attention to all y'all's talk. Not like the guard stands or anything. No.
Someone's a little paranoid, aren't we?
Yep.
not gonna deny it. I thought about doing about the same thing.
I'll go ahead on and chew the fat. I got the door.
So, I suppose it would be good of me to do the proper social etiquette and ask how everyone is doing.
Still here, still fighting the technocracy.
Have they appeared anywhere else lately?
They're still in the Umbra. He says quietly, still poking and jockeying, but other than that, I haven't seen any of them.
They have chosen their location well. It won't be easy for most of us to get to the Umbra without some sort of help. Unless we have some sort of way to get over there.
The Etherites have a teleportation thing, but that's on them.
I'm afraid I'm a bit behind on the ball. I haven't been to see any of the Etherites here yet.
Oh, that's why you don't got a spiffy cool uniform.
She'll look down at her clothes, which is a white pair of slacks, a black dress shirt, a gray tie, and, her lab coat. And then she'll just look back up. And she'll actually look kind of offended.
Well, I mean, don't have no, like, insignia or carrying on and rank and shit. I don't know what that shit is. I just figured that all y'all had a spiffy cool uniform on. I didn't know. This is some good coffee. My bad.
And okay, first of all, anyone who just goes around with an insignia showing that they're a part of the Society of Ether is quite silly. If there were any technocratic agents walking around, it would be like holding up a big sign that says, "Hey, kill me, take me, convert me." So even if I did have a quote-unquote fancy outfit, I wouldn't use it.
That makes a lot of sense. But no, the last ones we met had on all kinds of uniforms and gewgaws and teleporting in and out and carrying on. Man, I hope there ain't no technocrats in this coffee house.
If they are, we're doomed. If they're not, we're fine.
Let's do hope there aren't any.
So, what are you Etherites up to then? After that fight with the technocratic airships, he says, looking over at Maeve.
I did tell you not a few moments ago that I hadn't been able to meet with any of the Etherites yet, correct?
I thought you meant on the other side.
I meant in general in this city. I've been quite busy, to say the least.
Busy with what, if you don't mind me asking?
This other.
Setting up my laboratory.
Okay. Yep. See, I was right. Creepy.
I don't see how a laboratory is creepy. Everyone needs a workstation, whether or not we call it different things.
I think it. I'm gonna go with Jackie on this. It's creepy because you have a talking cat.
I didn't know there was a cat. There's a cat that talks. What?
There's a cat that talks. That was a person at one point, and now is no longer a person, but a cat.
He chose to become and endure the experiment.
Can I have not signed the waiver? I mean, I don't want to sign no waivers. I don't know. I'm good. I'm good like I am. 2 feet, 2 hands. I'm good. I think that I'm going to stick with this whole human thing. I'm good with it.
To be fair, he also has 2 hands and 2 feet.
That's weird. Weird.
I like my opposable thumbs. Thank you very much.
He misses his on a daily basis. It's quite cute.
This, I'm definitely in the right crew. That had me sweating like a whore in church.
But no, to answer your question, or to not answer your question, to ease your worries, I have no plans on experimenting on you anytime soon, if at all.
Cool. Reckon we can be all right then. Hell, I'll even buy you another cup of coffee.
I'll pass on that offer. Thank you, though.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, man.
She looks a little confused. Then says, "It's fine."
Yes, ma'am.
So if you don't mind me asking, Maeve, how long have you been at this sort of work?
Damn it, making me look at my sheet. Reading this long ass backstory real quick to figure out.
Why did tell you to write a book?
Look, but I wanted to write a book. It's actually a lot shorter than what I wanted to write because I know Evan wouldn't have read it all. Um,
Lucky you can get bullet points from me.
do you mean with the etherites or with, and she'll kind of wave her hand over the textbook with this as a whole?
That seems a good distinction.
That is. Let's go with the easier of the two. How long have you been an Etherite?
In just a few years. Nothing substantial.
And I suppose that you've been a scientist for much, much longer then?
Oh, indeed.
You ain't got to have the shine to read a textbook, Mike.
No, I'm studying for an upcoming test.
Like, are you giving it or taking it?
If I was giving it, I would already know the material. I'm taking it soon. Biochemistry. It's a lovely thing.
Okay then.
I'll stick with my forensics, and I'll stick with that. I never got into higher classes.
Just forensics. Well, if you ever want to learn anything else, such as genetics or perhaps even minor surgery, I'm
And
always happy to help.
you're on like the debate team in school, man.
No, I wasn't part of the debate team. Forensics, I look at crime scenes and put together what happened.
Jackie giggles. He goes, CS, I don't know.
It's a lot easier to do now that I have these mystical abilities.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nor do I.
Man, it's good coffee. I'm still confused. Now, what is the difference between a latte and a coffee? Get it? Eh,
What did you call it again? Excuse me?
a latte.
Hmm.
Latde. Latte. I used to call them lates, but I was told that was wrong.
I believe most people call them lattes and coffee.
Oh, shit. Sorry. That's the Apple H coming at me again. My fault.
How old are you?
Huh?
How
Well,
old are you?
well, my mama says I'm 25. My pap says I'm 23. I'm not really sure.
You do not know your own age.
It's never really been important.
Well, if you ever wish to have a definite answer, all I would need is a few drops of your blood and I would be able to tell you your exact age.
Well, all my paperwork and ID says 24.
Trust me. For the longest time, my teachers had spelled my name entirely wrong. Paperwork can be wrong.
Well, no, I had it done because I had to leave the country a couple times. So it's pretty legit. I don't really look at it no more, but people think it's important, so I hand it over.
Okay.
You ever notice how nobody even needs to know your name or how you're feeling or whatever unless you're in trouble or if they I mean, people don't even want to know you. I mean, they ask what you do, they ask all kinds of other stuff, but they don't really care about all that stuff. You just need it on their paperwork, so you can write whatever the hell you wanted on there. They're going to believe it. They're going to read it. If I decided I'm 52 and I don't look 52, they're going to be like, you don't look 52, but my paperwork says it's 52. They'll believe what's on the paperwork because people are stupid.
Indeed.
But, you do what you can to help.
I haven't actually left country before, so never really had to do anything.
I did a world hate tour for about 4 years, going places where people didn't want me and killing people I didn't like. So, yeah, I needed paperwork.
Killing people you didn't like, that's, Hmm. Well then. Is that something you often proclaim?
Well, no. I was in kidnap and retrieval. It's a pretty lucrative business. People get kidnapped, they pay somebody to go get them, and generally the people that kidnap people ain't good folks, so you don't really feel bad about both of them. And pro tip, mercenaries prefer the term professional soldier.
But they are just mercenaries. Killers
Yes.
for hire.
But they prefer the term professional soldier. I'm just a mechanic.
Quite a change in careers.
I like mechanicking on things, cars and stuff. And people ain't got no money. It's real good to be able to get the cars up and running for like low prices and everything. I feel like it's a way of giving back before she asked me to do what she asked me to do.
True humanitarian.
Contribute to society.
Indeed. I applaud you.
Thank you, ma'am. That's right kind of you.
Well, I've been a police officer for about 5 years, so that's how I'm protecting and serving people. Though, um, I would like to have seen like how uh, you did business there, Jackie.
Huh? What do you mean?
Search and rescue. We don't really have much of that around here.
Oh, okay. Weren't nothing really. Just doing the stuff my pap and my uncle taught me to do as a kid. Moving real quiet, not talking a whole lot, sneaking up on people and cracking security systems, walking on top of stuff and finding folk and taking people out that are douchebags, that sort of thing. You know the stuff you do when you're a kid.
You must remember many people had very, very different childhoods.
You never play hide and go seek?
No.
Oh, well. It's like a really big game of hide and go seek. You gotta learn to move real quiet.
I'm sure.
Oh, and then there's that thing where you got to learn to walk on leaves and not make them crackle. There's a trick. Let me tell you.
Hunting?
Yeah, a lot of that too. You know, stalking stuff in the woods. We used to play this game where instead of shooting the deer with an arrow or whatever, we had to sneak up on it before it bolted and tapped on the butt.
That is
That was fun.
Interesting game.
Well, if you can sneak up on a deer, you can sneak up on a person.
True.
Sometimes, not a lot of times, you sidle up to it and get up in it. And you have to stab it real quick so it died right fast. And yeah, the sneaky part's easy. It's the stabbing that's hard. Fun. Because they die.
All things do given time.
But people got to eat. So,
Indeed.
which, you know, we never took more than we were supposed to. Never hunted out of season. Never killed no doe that was preggers. Never took no youngins that wouldn't, rightly be able to take it. Just enough for us to eat and train. That's why the tapping on the butt game happened. Because, got to practice. Being real quiet.
Indeed.
So I'm guessing nothing like that happened when you were young, Sam.
Is Sam there?
I was talking and was muted. I know I was muted. Anyway, yeah, no, all Sam said was, no, I had a pretty normal childhood, just did my worship and went to school.
Childhood was normal.
No, it wasn't.
We were in the woods. We had a lot of time to fill.
Yeah, but you're sneaking up on a deer. Those things are very skittish. Next, you're gonna tell me that you stalked rabbits for fun.
Yeah, we had to grab them by the ears and bring them back wiggling.
You know, I shouldn't have asked. Just shouldn't have asked.
Well, when you don't internet or Facebook or nothing like that, hell, I don't even have a cell phone.
You don't have a cell phone?
No,
Why don't you have a cell phone?
never needed one. Don't got a pager or a laptop or Facebook or Instagram, whatever that is. None of that stuff.
Pagers have been trying to find a good way to say this, but it's just kind of like it's just not happening. Pagers have been obsolete for quite some time.
Yep, don't got none of them. And then right before I left, my uncle had me scrubbed from the internet. So
Hmm. Quite a curious family life you have there.
he was what they call. You got them over in England, and they're called SAS.
Special
tell them?
forces.
Yeah, I guess is what they are.
So he was one of the American Special Forces then.
No, he was British or
Oh, he was
Irish
British.
or something. He talked funny. I never really asked him where he was from. He just said he showed up because she told him he had to be there and bridge the gap between the Kinruns and the Kilkennys, and he did. And there you go.
Huh.
Why do I feel weird all of a sudden?
Possibly because you've maybe killed more people than I've ever seen.
I didn't kill all of them.
Is that not common with your kind? Killing? She looks at all three of them.
No, that's about right. Killing's real common.
No, it is not.
Not as common as you'd think, really.
Remember that whole self-control and compassion thing we was talking about? You don't got to off everybody.
I think Jackie may be a bit of an outlier. At least a deviation from an average.
He's just giving you both side eye. Like, could have had a great prank here, but no.
So, hey Sam, did you know she's one of them? Your society of
Ether.
come on, yeah, them guys, them folk, fellas, people. Yes. Sorry, ma'am.
I mean, I know her cat is. I figured she was too.
Ah, yes. Cat.
Yes,
I kind of actually thought her cat was like her mentor or master or whatever.
No, the cat used to be my lab assistant.
that has got to be a funny story.
Not really.
Well, make it funny.
Sure. I'll try to make it funny.
All right.
One day, I wanted to do this thing called science. It's a very interesting thing, and quite beautiful. I thought, what would happen if I put the consciousness of a fully grown man to that of a tabby kitten?
Oh, I love kittens.
As did he. And now he is one.
That's funny. I like it. It's not funny. No, I think it's funny.
But why did you want to put him in a kitten's body?
See if it was possible.
See, it's hilarious.
And now he is fine. And lives a very charming life until I get his body back and or create a new one for him. And until
What are
then,
you gonna like grow one for him?
you act like it would be hard. It's time consuming.
But
And I need more coffee. And he gets up and walks away.
Kind of looks around the table bewildered, as you know, if that's this big thing that's just not supposed to happen.
yeah, that ain't right, nor is that possible, as far as I understand our current levels of technology.
Unfortunately, rejection is a common thing that happens when one tries to build a body, but it has to be done correctly. And doing it correctly is time consuming, which is why a lot of people don't bother. Especially considering such rejection rate and massive cell degeneration is increasingly possible. But there are ways to do it. Fortunately, I still need to do a bit of research first before I am able to do something. But I will get there.
I mean, I guess. That's just odd.
Jackie comes back. He has a Coke and a coffee.
Well, to be frank, I believe what you do is odd, and you believe what I do is odd. Simply how the world goes, is it not?
I guess.
Jackie is fascinated by this conversation between the two of you. He goes, well, give her your number, damn it, so that she can call you on your little doohickey, so that, you know, if we need to talk to her again, we can blabber.
Oh, all right. And he pulls out a little leather case and pulls out a business card and hands it over to Maeve.
Give me a moment, I just check my Facebook. Fucking Tim.
Stay in character, don't lose focus.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta get back into a gravelly monotone voice. Hold on. Okay, so she'll take her phone and she'll kind of try to clink it against the back of your phone, really hoping and praying to the science god that you have a good phone. Because
That's funny. Yeah, no, he does not have a good phone on him.
Give your phone links up.
when she sees that it's not transferring data as it does with, like, you know, the other Etherites and a couple virtual adepts, she just kind of sighs really loud and then tells him her phone number.
Then he just puts it in.
You're supposed to say thank you, Michael.
That was if I was asking for her number in a different way.
He just kind of raises his eyebrow at you. You look slower than a deer.
Wait, now what did you just say?
You look slower than a deer.
Are you trying to say you could catch me?
It's not as scary if I have to explain it. Damn.
Not scared to begin with. I was kind of worried you were making a come on.
Will you just tell her thank you? Have you no manners?
I do not need to be told thank you for simply giving my phone.
Ma'am, it's disrespectful to take something from a woman, like a phone number or something, and not say thank you. Hell, it's disrespectful taking any kind of anybody's number from nobody without saying thank you. It takes a lot of trust to do that. Now, that's all there is to it. My mom would tan my hide.
I need a minute. I can't stop laughing at this.
She looks confused, but she's not going to try to argue with this man. She's just going to nod.
Thank you, Maeve, for your phone number.
That wasn't so hard now, was it?
It was excruciating.
It is not a problem.
Tan my hide, I'd say. Read that.
You must remember, not everyone was raised as you were.
Well, they ought to have been. People not saying please and thank you and excuse me.
Unfortunately, that is how the world is nowadays. Incredibly rude.
that's just poppycock is what that is. World's out there all side-goggling. Don't make no sense.
Indeed.
Some Jasper comes outside and says to you, you doff your cap and say, "Morning, fella," and they just walk on past. Don't make no sense. Them Jaspers don't make no sense at all.
No, it quite doesn't make any sense, now does it?
Oh well.
Hmm. Jackie. And she'll give a big smile. It actually looks a little creepy. But it looks like she's trying to be sincere. She'll say, "Would you mind possibly being a part of an experiment I'm trying to do?
You gonna
Would
turn me
not
into
harm.
a kid?
No, this would not harm you in any way. All it would be is I would simply ask for a strand of your hair."
Are you gonna clone me or something?
No,
Are you gonna make some sort of weapon?
I just simply want to look at your genome.
Okay.
That's all. You have my word that nothing will happen to you.
Just so as you understand, ma'am, we take folks' word real serious where I come from.
She nods. And as I said, I would not
He
do
like
anything. I simply
out of nowhere, he pulls this blade out of nowhere. He slices a piece of his hair off and he gives it to her, and then the blade disappears back into his pocket.
felt like a little weird that just happened, and is just kind of like, did that just fucking happen? But then she'll take it and put it into a test tube. You didn't know where the fuck she had it on her person, but she'll put the strand of hair in the test tube. Then look back over to Jackie and say, "Thank you."
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. See, Michael, wasn't that hard, was it?
You only asked 2 questions, though, about what she was going to do with it.
I reckon if she's gonna screw me over, she's gonna screw me over. She knows all kinds of weird scientific shit. It's not like I can stop her. She grows bodies and turns people into cats. This here ought to be a hoot.
I'm not going to turn you or anyone else anytime soon into a cat.
No, she'll just turn you into a dragon.
Actually, no, what I was going to do is I'm curious to see if things like manners are more inherent in other people and if there's a gene for something like that. Odd theory, but it's one that would take me just a few moments to figure out. Before I end my lab, of course.
Yeah, she's like all the other wise women. My granny was a wise woman. She did all kinds of medicating and stuff like that. Hell, even gave women there's all natural birth control, and she could cure your headaches, and she could kill your husband if he was philandering with poison and stuff. I mean, yeah, scientists are weird. They got weird special powers. They're there to help people.
Most of us are here to help people. I should say. Some are only out there for their own gain.
Never mess with a wise woman. There's an old story in the hills about that, where there's just one family, right, and they had a beef or issue with another family, and they had started killing each other left and right or whatever. And there was only one of them left, and she was preggers, and she says to him, she says, he knows, and he's gonna settle up one day. And she raised him up like a wise woman, raised him up like a wise man, and sure enough, he did put some kind of hoodoo stank on him. He became a terrible, awful bad person. We eventually had to slit his throat. But the point being, don't ever mess with nobody who's a wise woman's son. This story has nothing to do with you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be like my granddaddy. It's not working.
How was your grandfather like?
Well, he had a story for everything. I mean, he could just pull one out like the drop of a hat, and it was pertinent, and it was good and learning and stuff. And I never got the knack for it. It just never did. He always knew which story to tell. Like he had like some kind of mental Rolodex or something. It was amazing.
Well, practice makes perfect. And I'm sure soon you will have a story for every occasion.
I'm gonna get it right. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a thing.
Can't wait until that time comes.
Michael, you're from around here, ain't you?
Yes, I wasn't born, but a few miles from here.
And Sam, you said you spent most of your life here too?
Yeah.
Okay, see, my thing is this. See, my peoples, they came over way after all the other peoples that was there was already there. And one of the things that they said that we used to do is we was these things called bards. You ever heard of a bard?
Yes,
Okay.
they were very
Now,
important back in the day.
yeah, some kind of storytellers and singers and such and all that. And now I can't recollect why somebody would need to sing a song or nothing, but I reckon it's got to do with something about my grandpa's stories. He made me memorize every last one of them stupid damn things. So, so it's got to be important some kind of way. I was just wondering, do y'all know about that sort of thing? Bards and stories and all that sort of thing?
Well, used to, Bard was an official government or king's title that he would give to people that knew enough history, knew enough of the oral traditions, and knew enough about religious things. And they were kind of like roving judges in a way. They could go wherever they pleased. People would feed them and house them, and they'd come to them with their grievances and stuff like that.
Well, that would make no sense at all. That's what the druids did. That's what our job was then. I mean, so you're a druid and you're a bard at the same time. It's kind of like having two jobs.
Well, druids were a religious figure and were men. Bards could be men or women, but they weren't religious figures. They were secular.
You mean like priest of the lady is what you're talking about?
He just kind of gives you a look like, kind of, but not quite.
That's not really useful. But thanks for trying.
Also, being a bard gave you great prestige, and the only person that could call you to task was the God's given king of the time.
That fella was going to set on fire if he fucked up that guy?
Yes, that guy.
So wait, hold on. So you mean the one guy who can tell you shut the hell up is the same guy that if you decide or somebody tells you that he has done faltered in his duty, you set him on fire and kill his ass and sacrifice him so everything can grow again. Was the one guy? So this guy who was scared you set him on fire was a dude to tell you whether or not you, I don't see the checks and balances. I like our society now. It makes way more sense.
Well, there were councils of bards and circles of druids, so they would have to come together and all agree that this needed to happen. And if they all agreed, then it happened. King couldn't stop them all.
Poor bastard.
It also meant that some kings just got incredibly unlucky and then paid a burning for it.
Oh, I know how to do that.
I would hope you know how to set someone on fire. It's not that difficult.
No, not that. You're not going to do that. So look, Maeve, one thing I was going to say that they ain't said because, well, I don't know why. There's bad folk afoot with all kinds of nasty ideas about who should be in this place and who shouldn't. Reckon you ought to do any kind of preparations that you can for your walking around. Because people are getting nervy around here.
Yes, there have been rumors of the technocracy around, haven't there?
No, not just rumors. These folks are here and they're ready to throw down.
Well, I suppose if I see one, I will have to do my best to get away.
Or whatever else, ma'am. I'm not trying to tell you how to do things. Just trying to be a good neighbor.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
There's no need to say ma'am for that.
Ma'am?
You don't need to continue calling me ma'am.
Why not? Do you not like it? I can stop. I'm sorry.
You don't need to keep saying sorry either.
He drinks his coffee.
So, Sam, what do you plan? What are your plans for the rest of the day?
Well, I'm probably going to have to be going to work soon, but after that, though, I have some ideas on how we're going to proceed on the issue that we've been presented with yesterday. You know about how there was an attempt to secure dominance on the other side, right?
What was that? You kind of broke up for me.
Oh, sorry. Where'd I lose you? The whole thing?
You said something the other side. Those words.
Okay. Yeah, sure. She said, you know how they tried to establish dominance on the other side last night?
Yes, yeah. I saw some of that, yeah.
Only makes sense that they try to do some of that on this side too.
Well, I'm throwing as much red tape at them as I can physically get, so I'm going to try to keep them out of the police force for as long as I can.
If you come across any of their more obvious moves, do you think you can let me know?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. I'm going to be looking at some of the other spots like hospitals and the medical field and all that, which I think you might be pretty helpful with too, mate.
Indeed. I work at a local hospital. So, and if you ever need, I have a laboratory.
All right. It's going to be groundwork, at least for right now, but groundwork's better than nothing.
As they say, once you begin working in a hospital or entering the medical field, you can only go up.
Yeah.
Well then, shall I escort you to where you're going to work, and then I'll be off to my own?
If you like.
Best we stick together as best we can. Uh, Out of character, I'm not trying to end this or anything, but it seems like it's winding down.
Okay. No, Sam actually had something she wanted to mention to Michael anyway. So it fits perfectly.
Maeve, you have a good day, and keep an eye open and make sure that the technocracy doesn't walk through that door. And I hope you get in touch with the other Aetherites soon. There is strength in numbers nowadays. That is rather. I guess it's just common sense now that we're at war.
She nods. Well, thank you for that. May you have a good evening.
You too, and Michael's gonna hold the door for Sam as they walk out.
Yep. As they walk out, Sam's just gonna look to Michael because she doesn't know tact. She's not very good at being tactful. She's just gonna say, I didn't see you offering the protection to Jackie.
Did you see him pull that knife from out of nowhere? He had weapons on him, so he also knows how not only how to use them, but when to use them. If he can sneak up on a deer, he can get away from quite a lot of things, and he also spoke of walking on dry leaves without making them crackle. He's done a lot of training, been to a lot of bad places, and I think he can handle himself if he has to flee. And I'm sorry to say that I don't know much about your background, so I couldn't offer that bit of knowledge for you.
That's fair.
Was I wrong in my assessment of you?
I don't know, really. Ever since what happened, I've been trying my best to not be a victim again. I haven't had too much of a need to use that capability yet. So it makes sense.
Well, you haven't had a need to use it, but maybe you should try sparring with the house mistress or the chantry mistress. She looks to be rather potent in that field. And then you can start learning how to fight Though before you learn how to fight, you may want to learn how to get away safely. Because from what I know and have been told, one mage against any number of the technocracy is a losing fight. So sometimes it's best to run until you're prepared.
You have a point. Definitely. I'll keep it in mind.
And I guess he's going to walk Sam to where she's going to work, and then he is going to catch a cab to the police station.
Oh,
Is-
before he leaves, Sam would definitely do this because Sam's like that. She'll look to Michael and she'll say, "You know it's okay to be scared, right?
don't
That'd
have
not be okay."
don't have time to be scared right now. I can be scared afterwards.
All right.
Thank you, though. If I need a shoulder, I will find one.
Okay.
Have a good day, and I'll see you back at the Chantry when you get off work, probably.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything else that they wish to say? If not, this has been another exciting episode of Dublin in Darkness or by Night or whatever. And hope everyone had fun watching. Players had fun playing. And remember, the Chakravanti are watching.